Hi Twin Flames, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're here for the first time. So I'm excited to be doing a reading for the Divine Masculine today, and I pulled the cards different than I do typically. I've got 22 cards here. I've got a lot. I've gotten to look at them. I still think I'll find more, but I've at least got a first impression for everything. And yeah, it was just really exciting how they all came out, and really what was exciting is how clear the messages are getting, and that just how sure it is. Sometimes if I'm unsure for a minute or question, then it'll be reaffirmed by like the same card coming out when I redo it or retry or to pull. So yeah, so we're gonna get started, and yeah, I would love to, if you'd like to get a personal reading. I'm still doing a special, so please check out the comment or the description, and I'm gonna get right in. Okay, so what I wanted to ask for today to look into was the Divine Masculine in general. And I was kind of thinking at first about his physical environment, and usually I have certain areas, but really this is a lot of I can kind of show how they're laid out. I know I should just take a picture, but so there's, you know, some rows had 2, some had 5, and I just pulled them all out, mostly just grabbing while they were face down, and then I shuffled and a few came out that way too. So, and then there were some that were on the top of the deck. So I just kind of pulled it in different ways, and it laid out just as I was guided. So, well, it's kind of a story of what's going on. All right, I don't know why. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty well, but not to say that it's not easy or anything, but I think this reading definitely resonates with me. So, okay, so first we have the 10 of Wands, and this card is about kind of heavy burdens and a long journey and a lot of work and hard work, and he's pretty tired. And like, the great thing about this card is that he can see in the distance there's a town, and it's like he's on his way, he's putting in the work. And I feel that like this could represent him coming to you, or having the desire to come to you, or move or make moves for the Divine Feminine. But it's just about this journey and this all this burden. But he can see in the distance, he knows like he's working for a final destination. And so this is it's a hard working energy, but it's a positive thing. So then after that we have the Fool, and so this is immediately following that. And this is about new beginnings, positivity, optimism. This is a leap of faith. This is about playfulness, creativity, joy, tranquility, purity, playfulness. Okay, so then after that we had the 2 of Cups. And this, as you probably know, is the soulmate, divine partnership, union, friendship. It's a mutual give and take. I always see this as like trust, comfort, love, friendship, but it's like that working together equals, and it's divinely guided, it's God blessed, it's love, truth, light. This is you too. And then after that we have the Star came out, was the last one in this row. And what I got from this was that the Divine Masculine has been feeling and tapping into, sorry, I'm looking to see if there's, I guess I was just looking to see if there's anything that correlated with what I was going to say on another card. But yeah, this I'm seeing is about like finding balance, and but more so about like the Divine Masculine has tapped into his feminine energy now, and this that feeling mind and intuition. And so he feels he needs to balance that with like logical. So one of them's grounded on the ground, and one of them's like that spiritual. And so this is him like coming in. This is kind of mirrors this with like the 2 balanced. And I feel like it's like you both contribute as well to the partnership. Like together you're balanced. Like I felt like these cards kind of went together. And then these cards kind of went together too. So then after that, we got the 4 of Swords. So this is about rest and rejuvenation, taking a break or a slumber or whatever. It's taking, like, this is what the divine masculine wants the feminine to do. He wants her to be able to relax and to take a rest, or like take care of herself. And this could be for the masculine too, but he knows this. But then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is about, it's a physically flourishing, grounded, so man, provider. And as far as kings go, this is the most grounded, very content physically. It's about abundance. And basically it's like the masculine wants to provide and be like in this role. And he's really coming into this power. We're going to see some other pentacles coming up with what, but really he wants the feminine to relax, and he wants to work. He has like a goal in mind, you know. And then we have the Page of Wands. So this is about communication, messages, optimism, positivity. This was in reverse yesterday for the masculine, and I said that he had some things that he didn't want to tell, something he didn't want to tell the feminine. And this is now upright, and I'm getting that energy, like that he is wanting to be open now. He is open now. And he's also facing this next card, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is the feminine. And I'm just getting that he's like opening up, being vulnerable or being optimistic or something. But it could be communication, like expressing himself. But mine actually did open up last night. So for me, that makes sense. Like within this day, you know, since yesterday when we had this reading. But, and I'm interested to know, I haven't really talked much about the viewers. I just kind of like get right into the readings and stuff. But I haven't really asked like, or talked about how, you know, if you're watching this video, you're probably resonating, but you may be in communication or partial union or union, but like we are coming into union, but this may be future state. So this could be like what's coming up or whatever, but whatever resonates with you, take that. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the feminine. This is like, he wants to be the provider, and he wants to be the main stability provider, but he wants the feminine to be flourishing, beautiful, confident, like just tending to her gardens, flourishing. And after this rest, to take it easy, but like to be flourishing in your garden, caring for yourself too, everything. And that's another physical material. Okay, and then we've got another Pentacles here. It's a lot about material, physical work. And this is the Eight of Pentacles, and I'm totally not surprised at all. This is about hard work, determination, being focused, and just like focusing with a goal in mind. He has the outside the window there, the blue skies, and there's like that. He's not trapped in jail. He's there at his own free will, but he's stacking up his pentacles there. And there's a very positive energy to be in. So then I got that this is the feminine, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse. And I feel like what this is saying is that the masculine wants the feminine to take the emotion out of things. We had yesterday the Hierophant with duty, talking about how the feminine feels like obligated. It's about taking care of herself, and she has to be firm. She's so soft, and she needs to be like in a little bit more of her masculine energy, which is weird because this is feminine, but like fierce, like taking charge and like running in, like even though she's it's kind of scary, you know. She doesn't need to, I guess the reason why it's this and not the Queen of Swords is because the Queen of Swords is like a cold cutting, like this is just what has to be done. This is more like do what's got to be done and take the emotion out of it. This is like the worst coffee I've ever had. I don't know what the heck I did do it, but I actually bought 2 bags. Oh, okay. Next row. So I said this as like a progression with a kind of like positive, but then it's in reverse positive. So it's like things are kind of being stopped up, but we're going to talk about this. Okay. So first we have the Three of Wands, which is about ships coming in. And this has been coming out the past several days a lot, but this is about watching his ships come in and it's a positive, optimistic, like you've earned this, you've deserved it type energy, and this is the masculine. And then we have, though, this cup, and it's in reverse. This is a wonderful, wonderful card, and it's in reverse. So this is when we're able to flip this over, and when the ships come in, is basically what I'm hearing. We're gonna have a cup of like overflowing abundance and love, and just cup runneth over. And right now it's being like drained by something, which we don't have any cards about like death or anything coming up, like, or tower or anything. It's just like, it's not quite, the ships haven't quite come in, I guess, you know, and something's like still, it's being drained, and it's draining on the relationship with that. Like, it's emotionally trying, it's stressful or whatever. Then we have the sun, which we have not seen for a while, which is, I actually have the sun behind me. I was going to say it's not showing. We have the sun, which is speaking to this new life between you, the divine feminine, masculine. And it's about positivity, optimism, love, happiness, just total happiness, cheerfulness. And it's like a baby. Like, these are both a very useful babe or young energy. So it's just saying that this is like what's coming for you. And then behind that, I have the Ace of Wands, which is another action, or this is just the same as this, and it's in reverse. And what I'm getting again is like this new growth, and this is like an action, or, you know, for this new growth, it hasn't happened, it's being stopped up. So both of these are very positive energies once the ships come in, or whatever you want to say. And then the next card that we have is the Eight of Wands, and I thought that this was in reverse too at first, and I was like, oh, that's weird, because it was kind of like a positive energy that's like a negative or being stopped up, positive, negative, being stopped up, and then there was this, and I thought it was in the negative, and then I realized it was actually right side up. I was really excited. But this is about plans in the air, in motion, higher plans for you, and it's right side up. But these are, if it was in the other way, it would be obstacles or things not coming down. But what I'm getting is that these things are going to come down, this new beginning, and the ships are going to come in. Okay, then we had, very beautiful, the King of Cups. I love how it mirrors. I love it. Like, it'll either be the, you know, Queen of, the only one is we've got this Pentacles, and we didn't have the Queen in this one, but we mirrored it with this, and I think there's a real reason why it's this card, not the Queen of Pentacles, because she's just, it's more beautiful. Like, he wants to be more like the provider right now. But it's so cool that we'll have like the King and Queen of the same suit, and these came out together like this, and I thought it was really beautiful. And it is the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Lovers in the middle, and I love how she's on this side, he's on this side. Like, that's so cool. And what I'm getting with this is, like, obviously this is it's a balanced feminine and masculine energy, like just a perfect partnership match, chemistry. It could be a lot of sexual attraction, a lot of like sexual chemistry, and but it's like a very fruitful, fertile, very masculine and feminine energy, and a lot like this one's more friendship to me, and that divine and trust and stability. This is a little bit more like that primal type, but it's just like a very balanced. And what I'm getting from this is that the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, that this is you, or who you're growing into, and what it is that you're like both so feeling and sweet, because the cups are emotional. They're about creativity, also expression and emotions, and this is about like being emotionally secure and strong, but you're so soft that you're strong. Like, you're able to feel completely and open up into your, like, your feminine masculine energy and balance, but and be like vulnerable, like they're naked in here, and be confident in your skin. But like um, it's like a balance, but because you're so able to feel, so you're so strong though, but you're just like you've balanced out your power, or you know, the emotion, the logic. Like you're very comfortable feeling and expressing your love. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good actually. Like the more I see the cards too, you both, so you're looking apart, but I don't know if it was that way, or the masculine and feminine are looking the opposite ways, but I don't get it as like a negative way. But look at when you're together, I think it's also kind of connecting this sexual, because that's so, sometimes can be so intense, you know, emotionally. It's like you want to have the balance, and you know, make sure that you don't have too much of that or too much of that or whatever. So yeah. All right, and then a couple last cards and then we'll wrap up. So we flew out the, of course, like every single reading I ever do, the 10 of Cups, and behind that flew out two energies, the Devil and the 2 of Pentacles. And what I'm getting is like that these are in the past. These are what, okay, I'm getting specifically that because the feminine and masculine mirror each other, and this is the problem, is I was like thinking that this is for sure masculine, but I was thinking that this was maybe going to be the feminine because that's how like this was. But honestly, this is all about the masculine, what he's thinking, because like this card was about the feminine, but it was about what he thinks that she should do. But these are about the masculine. This whole reading is, and I'm getting that these are behind or need to be behind these energies. This is what needs to be let go of in order to have this. So this first is, well, let's say the negative stuff first. What needs to be let go is in the past or current, but this is about, the Devil is about addictions. It's about being chained down. It could be like sexual, it could be toxic behaviors, like toxic situations, toxic partners. It could be workplaces. It could be, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. This is about breaking free from this, like what's chained down. And this is like things that I think that the masculine feels evil for, or feels bad, like he feels like it's wrong. It's like chaining him down so much. It's so much like emotional. It's like mental, I guess. Mental. Like a mental prison. And then we have this 2 of Pentacles, which is like balancing, and it's again Pentacles, but I think it has to do with like his work, physical situation, and it's balancing 2 things, or trying to. And I had seen the other day, this was like 2 worlds, and like he needs to drop like maybe even both of them and then go off on this ship, but he just is juggling like the feminine and his world, or work, or whatever it is, and he's like struggling to stand, like he's it's this, excuse me, balancing act, and it's like him not being able to fully handle it all, and so this is like what he's got to get past. These are the things that he's been working on getting past. But then past that, we've got the 10 of Cups, which is a card about and this is like my favorite, happiest card in the deck for what I desire, but it's all total abundance, love, happiness. It's very optimistic, safe, stability. It's family, children, like all your cups filled. And I always see these 2 birds, like the lovebirds, and like I just love this card, and it comes out in every reading. And then the last card, I forgot about this one that came out, was, which really makes sense. This was number 22, and it's the 2 of Wands, and there's 2 wands, and it's the number 2, but 22 is my number. And anyway, this is, a lot of people say the twin flame card. I'm not sure why, but for me, I always get a lot of like stability, and I always see these wands as like your partnership. And what I see is that you've got the world in your hands. Once you've got this like stability in your partnership, yeah, And I had seen before, I just like looked down at this, but like if you remove one of these, then you, which is weird, we've got like the 3 and the 1, but yeah, you would have the 2. But yeah, these are about movement. Wands are. This one isn't so much. This is about kind of like the watching the ships come in though. These are very much similar type of energy. So this was a very good reading. We have, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. We have like some very beautiful cards, but also some different cards we haven't seen for a while. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what's happening. I'm interested to hear what's happening in your world, and please like, comment, subscribe, and I love to hear from you. And if you'd like to get a reading, please reach out. Thank you.